Hello gamers, welcome back to another episode of Vidja Game Hunting. With this last weekend being Father's Day, I couldn't think of a better way to spend the day with my family than to haul them all down to the flea market, tell me to look for retro games. Let's see what we find. Right. Want to be on film, Joe?
No, don't.
Lily, say hi. Did you have fun at the flea market? What'd you get? Oh, that's amazing. Good job. Ryder, how's the kettle corn, buddy? Great. Alright guys, yes, the flea market was a blast. I had fun with my family. Just digging through the crap. Even if we hadn't found any games, it still would have been a good time. But to kick off Father's Day, my wife and kids, for Father's Day, picked up an awesome game for me, one that I've been wanting to play, Splatoon for the Wii U. I'm a really big fan of the Wii U, even though obviously the system's not doing well. A lot of great games for it, and this is one that looks great as well. Haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I'm looking forward to getting to that. Now, the flea market this year, I said the first time I went out, has not been great. Not as many games, not as many vendors. And that kind of held true this weekend, but I also managed to find a few games. So I picked up some stuff from a regular seller there. He's pretty much always got a booth on weekends. Got some NES games, nothing amazing, but all games I had never played before and didn't have in my collection. So let's go through these real quick. Bigfoot. Played a little bit of it. Not overly impressed, to be honest. Not an amazing game. Roller Games, which is actually kind of fun. I'm not saying it's a fantastic game, but it kind of reminds me of like Double Dragon with roller skates, if that makes any sense. American Gladiators, if you grew up in the 90s, of course you remember American Gladiators. Huge television show. I just really remember being a kid and being just like terrified of the overly butch female gladiators. A game I've never even heard of before until I picked it up is Castle of Dragon, which is a janky sounding title. Not a great game. I don't know if this was like an arcade port or what. It kind of reminds me of Astyanax, only not as good, and that game's not good, so that kind of tells you what crap that is. One that I was really excited to get, but have been disappointed with it in a little bit I've played with it anyway. Muppet Adventure. Chaos at the Carnival. Not an amazing game from the bit I've played. There are definitely worse games though, but it's not one that I see very often, so I was happy to get that. The Moffat Conspiracy. It's a Golgo 13 game, which I didn't realize. I'd never actually played this one before, and one thing that kind of surprised me when I played this is the cinematics. Like the opening cinematic to the very first mission is pretty brutal by NES standards. It's got like the skeleton that pops up, like out of flames it looks like, and then you just pull a headshot off on it, which back in the NES days, that's pretty graphic. I'll cut in a clip here. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which is sort of an RPG action-adventure game. The graphics are a little bit muddy, but it's not that awful to play in the little bit I've spent with it. And then movie tie-in game, The Untouchables. And, not a whole lot to say about this one. I wish it was in a little bit better condition. It doesn't have an end label, unfortunately, but I can upgrade that later. I was happy to get that. And then off of this seller, I also picked up one Genesis game. I'm not a big Genesis guy. It's not that it's a bad system. It's just not one I typically pick up games for. But I did find the Dual Test Drive 2. And this is an Accolade game, so it comes in these really cool like PC box where the top pulls off and you've got the game and everything. It doesn't have the manual, but to get the box for a game like this in pretty good shape is awesome. So that's why I picked it up. And one thing I need to mention about this seller, I was kind of irritated because first off, when I was buying this stuff, I was trying to haggle on a couple other games, and he kept pulling out the I price off of eBay trick, which for anyone who flea markets regularly, that's really annoying, and it's more common than ever, where they'll throw out the eBay or Amazon line. And to be honest, he was trying to sell it to me like he was doing me some sort of favor. Well, I price off of eBay, but I knock, 10% off because you're not getting paid shipping, and our area in the upper Midwest, we don't make as much for wages. We can't pay eBay prices. Like he was doing me some fucking favor. And to be honest, it was bullshit. And he's not even pricing correctly off of eBay. He's all over on prices. And thank God I catch this guy slipping every other week, because if it wasn't for that, I'd be even more irritated. But then the other thing that really pissed me off was, I don't generally do this, but occasionally I'll ask if I can film a booth or a place, a location. And I've bought stuff from this guy before, so I asked him, I was like, hey, I do a YouTube channel, do you mind if I just pan over your booth real quick? And he says, no, I don't care, that's fine, it's his booth, it doesn't bother me. But then he's like, do you want to know why? Without me asking, I did not ask. I was like, sure, tell me why. Well, I don't have security. It's just me out here, I don't have security. Like, I was going to post this on YouTube, and mobs of people were going to see it, rush to his booth, and rip him off, and like steal all his shit and run away. And, it's not like there aren't dozens, maybe hundreds of people that go through his booth on a weekend that are also gamers, seeing the stuff he has. And keep in mind, he has nothing amazing. He has a few good games, but nothing that would justify knocking this guy over in the middle of the day or at night or whatever. But just a really lame excuse. It kind of soured me on the whole experience. And thank God that he's at a very well hidden flea market that people within a 60-mile radius of don't know about at all, completely off the map. I mean, could you imagine if this flea market had got a website on the internet that people could just find the location and show up anytime they wanted to his unsecured booth? Oh gosh, the chaos. Good thing I asked him, because I wouldn't want to jeopardize his booth with an eBay video or a YouTube video. But moving on, a seller who actually had a few games, and we talked about price again, but they didn't pull out eBay. They just mentioned the difficulty in finding games anymore. And that's the reality of it, right? If you're going to charge a few bucks more for a game, it should be a real answer. It should be the answer that they're not coming across this stuff as much, just like we're not as collectors. And I didn't get bad prices on these things either. In fact, everything I bought at the flea market, $55 total. Not a great buy, but not the worst by any means. So that's including the stuff you just saw. Picked up a couple other games from another seller here. Resident Evil 2, awesome game. I can't believe I didn't have this in my collection. Really happy to get it. I'm kind of looking forward to going back to that one. It's been many, many years since I played it. And then an awesome compilation here. Title Legends for the PlayStation 2. A lot of classic games. Space Invaders, Jungle Hunt, Bubble Bobble. Really good collection of arcade games. I'm looking forward to giving this one a shot. And then, as if that wasn't good enough, and that wasn't a good haul on Father's Day, I also stopped at Walmart. We were stopping on our way back from the flea market. We were going to get our grocery shopping done for the weekend, and some other odds and ends that we needed to pick up. And as we're checking out, my daughter pulls up, the point of purchase, the whole point of purchase thing at Walmart, candy bars, toys, knickknacks. Kids go nuts for it. So my daughter reaches down and pulls up like this sucker that's also a fan and a flashlight, because that's something that everyone needs. But anyway, I disappointed her and told her that we weren't getting that. But as I went to put it back, I looked down, and sitting next to that display is these World of Nintendo figures that I've never seen sold at Walmart before. And this is Olimar from the Pikmin series, and it's in a completely different packaging. If you look at the normal World of Nintendo figures, they come in this other packaging, but this one's kind of like a bare bones, open packaging, so you can kind of interact with the figure a little bit. Now, it doesn't display as well, but it's really neat to find these. I've never seen this before, and I don't know if anybody else knows anything about these. I've never come across them. And then in addition to the Olimar one, I got Tetra from the Wind Waker. Just really cool. I was happy to find these. Kind of probably my favorite finds of the day. Kind of a surprise find. So if you're checking out at Walmart, definitely look around. It's worth it. These are pretty cool. They sell them for the same price that you'd normally find the other World of Nintendo figures at, like the $3 to $4 range. Really neat to pick those up. Happy to get them into the collection. They'll look cool on the shelf with my other figures. But yeah, as always, guys, that's it for this week. But thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all next time. I did notice we hit 100 subscribers, so I will have a 100 subscriber video coming up, a giveaway contest. I'm going to be taking vacation here the next week, so it might be a little while, but we will get around to it. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I appreciate the support. Talk to you all next time.